This is Rummy's Corner. Good evening, boxing fans, and welcome to part 4 of the Boxing Survey series. This open survey was conducted in the Classics section of BoxingForum24.com, and 24 volunteers participated. Each participant provided a top 15 list for each of the traditional 8 weight classes. Today we will be exploring the lightweight division. I did not personally participate in the survey as I did not want my opinions to influence the final outcome. This is the scoring system, pretty straightforward. 100 points for a first place vote, 80 points for a second place vote, and so on according to these point values. So everyone who participated was responsible for allocating a total of 453 points. With 24 participants, the most points any individual boxer can accumulate in any given weight class is 2,400. One aspect of the scoring that was not previously applicable for the other top 10 finishes. Let's look at Henry Armstrong's placement in the featherweight survey as a quick example. Armstrong finished in 6th place. There were no ties, but in the event someone else had that exact same 730 point total, in order to try and break up ties for the top 10, we would next look at total lists and first place votes to act as a tiebreaker. If those numbers are also the same, then it's a true tie. But these are the two categories that are being used to try and break ties. Spoiler alert, there is a tie in the lightweight top 10. Let's take a look and find out where. Number 10 is Freddie Welsh. 205 points for Welsh, and he made appearances on 17 out of 24. This score is on the lower end of what we've seen so far in 10th place. Number 9 is Packy McFarland. 424 points for McFarland, and he appeared on 19 out of 24. And just a quick note, those records you see at the bottom, that data is coming from BoxRec, which I believe is an incredible resource for boxing fans. You may see some of these records listed differently elsewhere where they handle older newspaper decisions differently. But just for clarification here, the listed records are coming from what's currently on BoxRec. Number 8 is Henry Armstrong. 532 points and 20 out of 24 for him. This marks Henry Armstrong as the first boxer in the entire survey series to be revealed in the top 10 for 2 different weight classes. Armstrong also finished in 6th place in the final featherweight tallies. That is mighty impressive stuff. Number 7 is Carlos Ortiz. He accumulated a total of 581 points and made appearances on 22 out of 24 survey lists. So more mentions for Ortiz than the boxers who finished just behind him. Number 6 is Tony Canzoneri. He received 705 points and appeared in a perfect 24 out of 24. So Canzoneri is the first lightweight reveal who enters the exclusive All-24 club. Number 5 is Ike Williams. 855 points for Ike, and he also received a perfect 24 out of 24 mentions. But on the whole, Ike was held in higher regard than Canzoneri. Number 4 is Pernell Whitaker. 950 points for Sweet Pea, and he received mentions on 23 out of 24. So Whitaker just missed out on getting 1,000 points. And he also just missed out on the All-24, but he was damn close on both. Number 3 is Joe Gons. He did extremely well. 1,478 points, 23 out of 24, and Gons also received 5 first-place votes. So Gons is the first lightweight to become a member of the 1,000-plus points club. And those 5 first-place votes, that is a significant dissenting faction. This is the most first-place votes for any boxer finishing 3rd place to date. So now for that tiebreaker I mentioned earlier. I'm sure a lot of you can guess the remaining 2 names where the tie-breaking protocol was implemented for the first time. At number 2, we have Benny Leonard, an incredible 1,955 points, a perfect 24 out of 24, and 9 members of the survey view Benny Leonard as the greatest lightweight of all time. Mighty impressive tallies across the board for Leonard. But at number 1, we have Roberto Duran. He also earned 1,955 points, and he also appeared in a perfect 24 out of 24. But the difference here was first place votes. Duran received 10 first place votes, which was just one more than Benny Leonard received. So this is the entire top 30 statistical breakdown for the lightweight survey. Honestly, I was surprised there was a tie for the top spot. I figured we'd get some ties in the top 10 along the way. But here we are. Roberto Duran and Benny Leonard both received 1,955 points, and Gons had a hefty total in his own right. I believe these are the correct 3 lightweights at the top, and the ordering of these names can be completely swapped around in every possible way and still look strong. I think the entire top 15 looks pretty strong here, and I think you can make a case for those guys towards the bottom of the top 15, Ambers, Mayweather, Brown, Arguello, Chavez. You can make the case that any one of them belongs inside the top 10. And then if you look at the other guys who did finish in the top 10, I like Sweet Pea at number 4, and I think the rest of those boxers from Ike Williams through Packy McFarland, you could swap some of those names around a little and make some tweaks. But once again, I think this is another solid final result. One thing I will say is there seems to be less consensus here than there was at featherweight. So far, featherweight is the only weight class where everyone who finished in the top 10 appeared on at least 20 different survey lists. That degree of consensus doesn't exist here in the lightweight survey, although it's not too far off. So in total, there were 37 boxers mentioned in the lightweight survey, 3 new members of the 1,000 plus points club, and 4 new members of the All 24. So we have a slight dip in the total number of boxers mentioned, and the 2 elite clubs have numbers on par with what we've been seeing. Again, Roberto Duran and Benny Leonard were tied for the high score, each earning 1,955 points, but Duran edged it out with the tie-breaking protocol where he had the most first-place votes with 10. So we had a strong consensus on flyweight, bantamweight, and featherweight, but we had nothing of the sort here at lightweight. Right now, Willie Pep still has the high score to beat, and Pep also still has the most first-place votes. That's it for this one. Next up will be the welterweight division, which I hope to have finished as soon as I can. Once again, a special thanks to the 24 participants who took the time and effort to create and submit their survey lists. Without them, this survey would not exist. Please share your thoughts on the lightweight results in the comments section. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful night. This is Rummy's Corner.